Make sure to send you in. One common mistake people make, guys, that will actually slowly destroy your engine and exhaust system as well. Hey guys, welcome back to Auto Repair, guys. Thank you guys for watching and subscribing to the channel. Today will be super helpful video to any of you having a Dodge Charger and you want to know, can I drive with bad ignition coil, what will happen, how the engine will be affected, and how doing one thing wrong can practically, guys, destroy your engine. So not just the engine, catalytic converter system, exhaust as well, oxygen sensor. Stay with us, we'll explain why you should never do that and what repairs you may face in the future as well. Before we start, let me tell you a little bit about us. Every single car we get here at the garage, we try to make, guys, at least 200 to 300 free repair videos. On that Dodge Charger we'll have even more. Why we do that? Because our mission in the shop is to save you as much money as we can. All we need, guys, in return, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, that way we can keep making these free videos, absolutely free. And if you guys need to buy any parts, tools for your Dodge Charger or any car, you want to get them at a good price and quick shipping, you want to save money, check out the link in the description of the video below. That's where we get all our tool supplies from, and we'll share where you can find even additional things. So what we have here, specifically 2018 Dodge, this is a 3.6 engine that's quite popular on Dodge Chargers here, guys, that we've been working on lately. That's a very popular engine, but even if you have a V8, procedure will be very similar. Some V8s have the double spark plug per cylinder, practically like a double coil, 2 ignition coils per cylinder, which will be a little bit better in that case, because if one part fails, okay, the other one might still be working, okay. And on the V6 you have one ignition coil per cylinder, one spark plug per cylinder. This is your ignition coil, that's what it looks like. The purpose of the coil is when the spark plug needs to ignite, that will produce the electricity, send the signal to the spark plug will ignite, guys. Now very important, without that coil you will develop misfire on that specific cylinder. Misfire means it will not fire up, and that cylinder, instead of producing power, will be acting as a brake, okay, due to the fact that it will be compressing air, but there will be nothing creating power at the end of the stroke. So what will happen, okay, instead of running on 6 cylinders, you will run on 5, and one of them will be acting as a brake, so you will practically lose even more power from that point, which can lead to unstable engine operation. The engine can die, and also that can lead, guys, to catastrophic scenarios. You can get an accident if the vehicle is unreliable, the engine dies. That can affect other components, and definitely, guys, make sure that you replace it on time. Something else, you keep driving with bad ignition coil. In some cases you might be able, okay, to pull over to a safe place and have it replaced, but I would recommend to always be cautious and never to do it. Okay, if you have a problem, fix it before you drive your vehicle. But if you keep driving with bad ignition coil, that will cause misfire. But however, let's say that ignition coil is bad, but that fuel injector here will still be spraying fuel. That fuel will not burn, so the fuel will end up going to the exhaust, and the catalytic converter is right there, and that fuel will burn, okay. It can burn in the exhaust, in the cats, and that will create extremely high temperature, which can burn oxygen sensors and catalytic converters, which could be extremely expensive to replace, especially the cats, okay, they're super expensive. Another thing, that fuel not burning will actually wash the oil off the cylinder wall, and if you keep driving for a long time, that can cause damage to the cylinder. And if you check the compression, we had actually, guys, a Ford Edge that the previous owner drove with a bad ignition coil for a really long time. And when we replaced it, we decided to remove the spark plugs, check compressions. It was on cylinder number 3, and what happened, that cylinder specifically had 50% less compression than the other ones, because the fuel, the gasoline, was washing the oil off of the cylinder wall, and every time the piston rings went up and down, practically that put wear on the engine. Also, that extra fuel can go around the piston rings, end up in the oil pan. It will dilute the engine oil with fuel, and the engine oil will not be lubricating correctly, and from that point you can cause, okay, connecting rod bearings failure and main crankshaft bearings failure as well. Something else, when that cylinder specifically is not firing, it will act as a brake, so it will kind of like put stress on the crankshaft, which can lead to bearings failure and also crankshaft failure, okay, in certain scenarios. So definitely guys, need to be taken in consideration, replace it ASAP. So hopefully the video will be helpful to any of you needing help with that. Thank you for watching and see you next time.